Hey everyone, Phil from Aussie Garage. Now we're here at Cleveland Spares to check out this, some beautiful cars today, but this thing is beautiful. XY yellow glow, sensational. So let's get into it.
This episode of Aussie Garage is brought to you by our proud partners.
Hey everyone, we're here at Cleveland Spares. Now we're about to have a look at another amazing car with Marcus here, but I reckon we should get into it now. But Marcus, this thing is just sensational, mate. Tell us about this car.
This is one that we've got for stock at Motivation Garage. We just bought it a few months ago and we've been doing a few little things to it before we advertise it.
Yeah.
It's an XY GT Replica. It's an older build, but it's a really nice, cool old car.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys, tell us about Motivation Garage before we get into this.
Yep, so we're a specialist in pre-88 Australian cars. So I go around Australia buying cars off people, and then we've got a workshop and a panel shop that do some work for us. We go over them, we get them up to roadworthy standard, and then we sell them from our shop in Hallam, just around the corner.
Yeah, great. And that's good to have that, because there's not that many that just sell classic cars.
No, yeah, and we like pre-88 Australia, and we feel after 88 the cars sort of lost their essence. They went to computers and, you know, injection, all that sort of stuff. So we stopped it at 88 and we've go back to the old school cars people grew up with.
Definitely.
And we sell a lot to guys who just want a cool cruiser.
That's it, mate. That's it. So do you know the history about this car at all?
This car came from Queensland. An old fella up there had built the car originally and done it his way. It was, you know, a little bit unique in some of the things he did, and it got sold to a guy down here near Essendon, and we bought the car off him. And then we've changed a few things to make it our style, what we like. We take it more, we're more traditional, so bring it back to more like an XY GT.
Okay.
And that's sort of where it's at.
Yeah, nice. And otherwise, did you have to do anything as far as the panel or paint or anything?
Panel and paint, we've got Trevor Davies Auto Refinishes. He blocked back the whole car, gave it a cut and polish, redid the black stripes for us, and he's done a beautiful job.
Definitely.
He spent a lot of time on it, and you can see it's old paint, but it looks brand new after Trev's worked his magic over it.
Yeah.
And then we've got Rob here at Cleveland Spares, who just happens to be around the corner, and we buy all the parts off him. So it had the wrong driving lights and lots of little bits and pieces like that. So we come over and we see Rob, we buy the parts off him, and we fit it all to the car at our workshop.
Yeah, nice. And when you got it, did it have the 5 slots on it? Or?
Did have the 5 slots.
Okay, well,
yeah, it had the
then.
5 slots and the red walls, which is a bonus for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, this is absolutely perfect, mate. The colour on this, so I presume this is the yellow glow?
Yellow glow, correct.
Yeah, great.
We spent a bit of time in the engine bay, which I'll show you in a second. We pulled the engine apart, put all new gaskets, hoses, hose clamps, painted it in the right colour. Haven't quite finished, a couple of stickers left to go, but it's getting there. It's looking really good.
Yeah. No, perfect, mate. Well, let's crack open the bonnet, mate.
Yeah, no worries at all. Yes.
All right, Marcus, so what are we running in here?
This one's got a 2V 351 Cleveland with a mild cam in it, wind accelerator intake manifold, a high volume mechanical fuel pump, genuine GT style radiator.
Perfect.
Just a nice mild Cleveland, good to drive, pretty much how they were originally.
Yeah.
We go for, you know, on this build we just try to make something a reliable cruiser for someone.
Yeah, nice.
It sounds like it's got a bit of a cam in it, goes good.
Yeah, now when you took this out and did all the bits and pieces, you respray this Ford blue, or was it all
Yeah, so we actually get this colour made up in 2-pack.
Okay.
So the whole engine's been pulled down, painted in 2-pack, put new gaskets, new valve covers, because it had different valve covers on it. We've gone back to the original powered by Ford style valve cover on it. Nice. We also put a new dizzy in this one, so it's got a new electronic dizzy, new radiator. It had a crossflow radiator. We've gone with the GT style radiator. The horns are new, bought them off Rob. They're the reproduction ones. Put the earth strap on it. Just little bits and pieces like that to give it that more genuine style look.
Yeah, definitely. And I like how you've done all that too, because it does give you that representation that it needs to be. A lot of people love like the shaker coming out and things like that, especially on these cars.
Yeah, definitely.
And the engine and these are fantastic. So the fact that it's good that these ones came out with the Cleveland. Cleveland is just a powerhouse really in these kind of cars.
They're the hero, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
the Falcons. Can't go wrong with the Cleveland.
that's it. Now, did you go to the extent of putting the Autolite battery in, or did you just leave it as a normal standard battery?
No, it's got a standard battery in it. We do get the Autolite covers. Rob sells them here, and we put them over the top. And also the stickers we haven't done on this one yet. They're a couple of the last finishing off pieces that we do to give it that more genuine look.
Yeah, not a problem.
We've done a few of the stickers. Yeah.
And what are you running as far as the gearbox behind here at the moment?
This one's got a 4-speed top loader in
Okay.
it. Yeah.
And
So
diff-wise?
it's got a Borg Warner in it,
Okay.
but we've got a 9-inch ready to put in at the factory.
Okay.
So it's going to
Yeah,
have
you
a
don't
top
know the
loader on it.
ratios of the Borg Warner at the moment?
I've got no idea, mate.
Yeah, fair enough. No, fair enough.
I'm not going to bullshit
No,
you.
that's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, look, they used to be all right, the Borg Warners in this anyway. So as long as, but the 9
the
inches.
younger Marcus blew a lot of Borg Warners
Yeah,
up, mate.
well,
They weren't
fair
real
enough,
strong.
Yeah, well, the 9 inches bulletproof.
The
as
9
you
inch
know,
is the way to
so-
go, and that's why we put the 9-inch in. And I think it just adds to the flair of the car, having the right running gear.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
And most people, when they look at even a GT or even a replica GT, they want the 9 inch.
They want the 9-inch. They want the 4-speed. They want the 9-inch. And
Yeah,
then they've got,
definitely.
pretty much GT for half the money.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's perfect, you know. And apart from the stickers in this engine bay area and stuff like that you got to do, is there anything else that you're finishing off in this area of the car?
No, that's pretty much it. I think young Jack that works for us, he does a really good job. He spends days in here cleaning them up. He's retaped all the wiring loom. He goes, put a new fill filter, new hoses, new hose clamps.
Yes.
We do all that just so the next person can get the car and have a bit of reliability, because you don't know how long these cars have been sitting, the rubber perishes, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
The last thing we want to do is sell someone a car and they're driving down the road and it's got a fuel leak.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's one of the reasons why we do all that.
And a lot of the old boys, when they were playing around with their wiring and stuff like that, we found that in some areas of the cars when we've been doing our projects and people that we work with, the wire's been cut in that many times and joined together and things like that.
You'd be shocked if you see some of the birds' nests we pull out of these cars. So I've got a really good Autolec Westie. We get him in twice a week. Every new car we get, my biggest fear that I'm going to have a car catch fire and burn the whole factory down.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, Westie comes in, he checks them all out as soon as we buy them, and the stuff he pulls out of them. We've pulled out house light switches from under the dash that are wired into cars and stuff like that. And Jesus Christ.
Been a number of cars like that. I think my XC even had it when we started to rewire it, or from the ignition to my, to the coil, I think I had about 25 connections where someone had soldered that single wire up, and I'm like, no wonder the car's always playing up.
Yeah, it's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah. So, we rewired the car, but we hid everything underneath the guards and stuff like that because we're going a bit more custom.
Yeah.
No,
Fair enough.
No. Well, I reckon we should go around, have a look at the interior now, mate. and
Yeah,
check
no
that
worries
out.
at all. Cheers.
Easy. Okay, so, nice, mate. So you're just trying to get it all back to the original specs, kind of looking.
Back to the original specs. Never going to be an original car, but we try like this one. We bought all the pads there and the new wood grain. Rob sold all that to us. Put that on the dash. It's got genuine style steering wheel with the rim blow horn. GD dash with the 8 grand tacho. Console. Correct gear knob. It's a little things like that we do. This one's got the perforated hood lining and that in it.
Yeah, and this is nice.
Yeah, it hasn't got the rear courtesy lights yet. That's something we've still got to do to it.
Okay. This thing's beautiful. I like how you've got it back to this kind of level, and it's just a good representation of what these cars should have looked like anyway.
I think Ford got it right back in the day.
They did.
Yeah, and with these sort of cars, I reckon less is more. We sort of go back to hubcaps and white walls on a lot of our Fairmonts and GS cabs, and on this we've put 5 slots and red walls. I think that's a cool look. Ford got
absolutely.
it right. Yeah.
And that's why, like with these cars, I did like the original wheels, but I also like the 12-slot wheels that came out or something.
Yeah, they were an option.
Well.
Yeah.
So it just made it look the part.
Yeah.
And I've owned a XY GS before in the past, and I loved it. I miss that car every day.
Yeah, they're a cool car.
It is just a good car to be riding around in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is there any, apart from the courtesy lights at the back, is there anything else you got to do in here?
Not much. I think we're pretty much there. It hasn't got the right seat belts in. It's got retractable seat belts, but we're probably going to leave those. They're a bit safer than the old style seat belts.
Lash straps.
Yeah. So that's probably the only thing that's not quite right in it. But it's not a genuine car, and we're not asking big money for it. It's just going to be a cool cruiser for someone.
Yeah, fair enough. And did any of the trim had to be redone?
No, it's good. This was really good. Yeah. So it's got new door trims in it. Someone's already done that.
Perfect.
The seats and that have been retrimmed at some stage. They still present really well.
Yeah.
It's got a perforated hood lining.
Yeah, well that's good because these are rare to get these days. You can't get those kind of bits and pieces.
No, you can buy everything. You can.
I suppose through GT
you can
stuff.
buy the thing with these,
I keep forgetting
but
that GT XY they have everything pretty much. So.
The problem is when you start buying all that stuff, it adds up pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
And that's where we come into a market where you know this car's got to be around 100 grand and it's ready to go for someone.
Yeah, great, perfect. But that way too, they're not getting an arm and a leg because the average price of a real GT these ways what $500,000 or more.
Depends on the car, but from 250 onwards.
Yeah. Fair enough. No, but this is great. And have you had any people have a look at it yet?
No, we've got a couple of factories at work. This one's been in our factory of the car's not quite ready yet.
Okay,
so it's been stored away, and we'll show people when it's finished.
Yeah. No, nice. All right, mate. Well, let's go around and have a look at the boot.
Done.
All right, Marcus, now, what have you done in the back here with this car since you've got it as well?
One of the main things that were missing on this car were the trims around the back window. And that's a pet hate of mine when you do a GT replica and it's missing the jewellery.
Well, these are very hard to get, these trims, and how did you score these ones?
It was an absolute pain in the ass. So GT Performance sold the side bits new and we got the corners, but we couldn't get the top and bottom trim. That's where having a guy like Rob around the corner really came in handy.
Perfect.
Rob just happened to have a bottom trim for us, and we got top trim off another guy we knew, and it's completed the missing pieces.
And it looks good when that kind of whole trim at the back there just finishes that off.
Exactly. We had it all painted. Trev painted it all satin black to match the car how it should be. It all pieced together beautifully, and it just finishes it off nicely.
Yeah, definitely. Mate, this is just great there, and that does finish that bit off. Let's have a look and see what's in the boot here, mate.
The boot's pretty plain. Just got a vinyl mat. Another thing we bought off Rob. So
perfect.
These came out with the vinyl mats. This is one of Rob's aftermarket ones.
Yep.
It fits beautifully, looks right, just nice and clean.
Yeah,
that's all you need. You don't need anything else in the boot of that.
No, really, these cars were just like that. They weren't anything flash. They were just a standard kind of ending.
Correct.
This is it.
That's
what you got. You can chuck in there. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. So this one's actually, if you have a look here, it's got the GT fuel tank in it. So it's a bigger fuel tank. Perfect. Normally it'd have the spare mounted up there. We haven't done that yet, but that's something you could do.
Yeah.
So.
And that, what size tanks were those ones?
Massive. I got no idea.
Yeah,
they're pretty.
I think the standard was 60 litre.
Robin, no.
So,
yeah, Rob.
We'll ask Robin.
Rob, how big's a GT fuel tank? Oh, he's gone. Yeah,
that's all right. We'll sort it out.
But that's got a brand new reproduction GT style fuel tank in it.
Nah, perfect. But no, this is great, and I do like the back end of the XY. I mean, the XW is good as well, but the back end of it with the pipes, how they were positioned, the overriders, everything like that, it just finishes the car off 100%.
They're a pretty cool car, aren't they?
Definitely.
Yeah. I reckon they got it right back then.
Yeah.
The 70s, they had some really cool muscle cars.
Anything as far as I'm concerned from the 70s,
all those cars are cool.
They've done it really, really well, and they've just finished it off perfectly. No, not a drama, mate. Look, I really appreciate you coming down here to Cleveland Spares and bringing this down here so we can have a look at. And we follow you online, so we'll watch out for when this comes out as well.
Yeah, thank you.
And, mate, your business is doing a real tribute by getting these back on the road and getting these back to people that, may not be able to afford the rigid type ones, but you're making sure that the car looks good before it goes to them and it's presentable.
We're car guys.
Yeah.
We love it. Yeah, we can't help it. Sometimes we get carried away and spend a bit too much, but we can't help it.
Nah, well, that's just it. And, the good thing about it is while you're doing stuff like this, if you're testing the car out, to make sure it's all good.
It's a good job, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you couldn't ask for anything more, could you?
Nah.
No, perfect, mate. Look, thanks for coming on Aussie Garage, mate.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No problem, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. On your mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for watching this week's episode, everyone. And also, don't forget to check out the website. We've got some awesome merch on there. Maybe even grab something for yourself or someone else.
And we appreciate you guys supporting us.